Hey y'all, you can see Eddie and I are not in the kitchen today because we decided to take you downtown to Savannah and just show you a couple of the beautiful, beautiful spots that we're so proud of here in Savannah, our Savannah. So come on, get in the car because we're going on a tour. Well, y'all, I'm sitting on a bench in the middle of Monterey Square. And Monterey Square is the home of the famous Mercer House. And it was owned by Jim Williams. And if you're familiar with Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, John Barrett's book that stayed on the New York Times bestseller list, #1 for, I think it was probably months.
Yeah, definitely.
And Eddie is gonna help fill me in because Eddie, y'all all know Eddie, my assistant. Eddie moved to Savannah to go to school here at SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design. And naturally, he lived down here because this is where all the school buildings are. So Eddie learned a lot about Savannah history. So I'm probably gonna need him to help fill me in on everything. Now, something interesting, y'all, there's a big monument here for General Pulaski. And
he was a Polish general that kind of toured the United States during the Revolutionary War. And I know back home in New Hampshire, and I mean we have a Pulaski Park ourselves with a monument to him. But he was actually wounded and killed here in Savannah
during the Revolutionary War.
Late 1770s. And he is buried here. And I know a few years back they exhumed his grave here. And I think they tested a relative in Poland. And I believe it was a match. So we know it was him.
We know it's him. And you know, that's strange that I'm totally unaware of when they exhumed his body. Totally unaware.
Anyways, this is just a little tour. We're gonna give you a tour. We're gonna play tourist ourselves.
Okay,
And
because the people that live here, you know, we get caught up in our work and everything, and then.
So Savannah has 22 squares that are original.
Had 24.
Yes. So we are starting kind of backwards. This is the last square before we get to Forsyth Park, and we're going to do a little video on Forsyth Park as well to show you that. But this is one of the last squares coming up from the river. So one of the later squares for Savannah. And you can see there's houses built on all the truss lots going around every side of the square.
You know, I actually had a birthday party thrown for me there at the Mercer House.
In the Mercer House?
Yes. And my family and I moved to Savannah in 1987. And I can't remember, you know, Jim Williams allegedly murdered one of his lovers in that house. And I think it took place in Jim's office, right?
In his library, right there in the bottom left-hand corner.
And he actually served some time, didn't he?
He did, yes, he did. He, I mean, the movie's kind of like a little bit of a cult following now. You'll catch it on the stations late at night.
And listen, y'all, if you look real closely, Eddie was in that movie. He played a police officer.
I was a police officer. The shop that I worked at handled the remains of his inventory, and some of the inventory that was actually in the main house as well when they were settling the estate. And his sister when they agreed to use the house for the filming, she wanted to pick the people that were going to be in and out of the house.
The extras.
So I got selected as a police officer. It would have been fun to have, been going to one of the Christmas parties, but I got to the Christmas party after the fact.
A lot of things happened inside that house, didn't it, Eddie?
Yes, it was very interesting watching being in the house, watching some of the filming.
Some of the filming. The movie didn't do nearly as well as the book, but I thought the movie was wonderful because, this is where we live. It was like you knew every place that they were or they were going to. Now, what year did Jim Williams die?
I think it was either 88 or maybe early 89.
I was thinking that it was the tail end.
It was right after I moved here. It was, or right before I moved here, because it was.
And Jim Williams, y'all, died in the same spot that his alleged lover that he shot. They died in the same spot, but Jim died of natural causes, and I don't know what they were, but he dropped dead in the same spot that his lover's life ended. So if you have not read Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, it's still, after all these years, it's still one of the most interesting stories that actually took place here in Savannah. John Barrett was in Charleston, and he said, well, before I go back home, I want to just ride over and visit Savannah. I've always wanted to go there. Well, he came and he wound up staying. He liked this city so much. And how long did he stay here, Eddie?
Oh, I'm not sure. He was here a long time.
Yeah. And he got to know all the characters that were in that book. Lady Shepley and the chemist. Just a lot of crazy folks. Now, maybe not crazy, but just eclectic. It's an eclectic group of people. Very interesting people.
So if you have not been to Savannah, you will see the entire city, especially the squares, all have these beautiful live oak trees. And they're so gnarly looking and moss draped.
Yes.
It just lends itself to a very
Yes. And we have a
feel.
square here, Eddie, that supposedly 100 or so years ago, a woman was hung in that square. And on that half of the square where she was hung,
Well, that was in front of the courthouse.
moss will not grow where that woman was hung.
Yeah.
Does on the other side, but not on the side that she was hung. Interesting.
So one other, a lot of movies were filmed here in Savannah, and unfortunately, this house right here, we'll walk this way.
Yeah.
This house right here is the Noble Hardy Mansion, and it is absolutely beautiful, but it's under construction right now.
Oh, wow. Has somebody bought it?
I think it just sold. So
I wonder who bought it. Oh, look at that pretty dog.
it's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
So this
All right,
house
let's read up about it.
This house had been used for the movie Something to Talk About with Julia Roberts.
Oh, really?
And Dennis Quaid. This was where they had the junior league meeting, and all the ladies came running down the stairs out of it when she kind of called them out on.
It used to be the Wives Club. What was the name of
The Married Women's Club.
Yeah, the Married
Rich
Women's Club. And it was all the rich society ladies here in town, and they got together to play bridge. Is that right? And gossip.
Yes, and then that's in the Midnight movie.
Yes. All right, now this is an Italian designed house. was originally built between 1860 and 1869 for Noble A. Hardy. But upon his death in 1867, the property was sold to A.S. Hartridge. And over its long history, the building would become a double tenement, a single family home, a boarding house, classrooms, and an art gallery, an antique store, and have many other uses. These traditions reflect Savannah's journey from the antebellum affluent through post-war adaptation, urban decline, and into modern civil revitalization. This layered history remains intact within the Noble Hardy House, and the ongoing rehabilitation strives to preserve the building's antique historic character. To learn more about the Noble House and it, I wonder if SCAD bought it.
No, I don't think so.
I wonder if it's going to be a single family dwelling now. Oh my gosh. My curiosity is piqued. You know, for 3 years, I lived around the corner on Abercorn Street in a little pre-Civil War house. Oh, it was so cute. It was a tiny little house, but I loved it. I loved it. And I had a school bus yellow door. And I would see people all the time stopping and taking pictures of my little house. Oh, it was precious.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.